Welcome. This is great to have this, your big first feature
know, it's so
film. Does that
exciting.
sound weird because of all the TV that you've done? This is your big
In a way,
first feature.
yes. You know, being sort of 57 years old and having my first feature film is a little weird, but yeah, but it's great.
Never say never, my
never
friend.
say never.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Okay, there's probably no one in the world who knows Keifer, aside from Donald, better, than you. Like,
Well, yeah, we have a 13-year relationship, so
I'd say.
in professionally, yes.
Yes, of
I would
course.
say
But
that.
you know pretty well, and
Yeah.
and you obviously you worked together for so long, and but what was it like? How did you come up with this idea first of all?
Well, he did. It was totally Keifer's idea. I mean, we talked about doing a Western as a dream project, like every director and actor wants to do a Western. I think all of us have that kind of, yearning to do a Western. And so, we talked about that. And then he wanted to do a film with his father. He wanted to, finally sort of look at him nose to nose and do scenes with him. They'd been in movies together, but never actually had scenes. And so sort of those two came together, and then Keifer initiated it. He got Brad Merman, someone he worked with before, to write a script. And off we went, and we talked about it for years, and then finally, we were doing 24, and 24 was almost a full year because we did 24 episodes. There wasn't a lot of time in between, and so we almost had to wait for 24 to end before we could actually do it, and then that's exactly what happened.
From the first day that you met Keifer and to now, how has he changed in your mind?
You know what? Hasn't, amazingly enough. Not from a professional level at
Yeah.
all, to me. And that's why I think we've got along as well as we did. He was one of those actors that I knew the first day I worked with him on 24, he just came to play. I mean, this guy came at 100%, not 98, not 97. He's at 100 all the time. And, in the 9 years I worked with him, he never dropped below that. I mean, never, which, is pretty amazing, especially in television, where
For sure.
everyone's at 100 the first year. It goes down the second year.
Yeah,
By the
exactly.
third year, they're like, do you need me
Do we
here
still
again?
need to do this?
Need the back of my head? It looks like his back of the head. Do I have to be here? So, and he was never that guy.
Can I phone it in?
and he was never that guy. And
Yeah.
so, I wouldn't have stayed on that show as long as I did if Keifer wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then of course, when number one on the call sheet is that way, then everybody has to come in line that way. So I think all the actors that were on the show, upped their game. I mean, he forced everyone to up their game.
Yeah.
And so as a director, you can't have a better scenario.
Yeah, what
and
a
so
dream.
that's why we got along. I knew right away, and we both had the same bottom line. It wasn't about how he looked. It wasn't about how people perceive me as a director. It was just about how can we make the best show that we can make.
Right.
And that's how he works. And so this film was no different. It's like, how can we make this the best Western we can make it? Maybe not the best Western ever, but the best we can make it, and that's how we work.
Oh, it was great to see. I mean, I was saying after I watched it, I go, God, I haven't seen a good gunslinging Western in I don't know how long.
And
like maybe
simple.
Clint Eastwood,
That's
I don't
right.
know.
Yeah,
right?
it's been a while. It's
Yeah.
been a while. I mean, people have made modernized sort
Yeah.
of Westerns, but this really harked back to not even the 70s, more like the 50s and 60s
Yeah.
Westerns, where they get totally stripped down and they're just about the characters, and that's what I wanted to make, and I think that's what we made.
I loved the scenes with Keifer and Donald. And knowing that they're father and
unbelievable.
son just makes it that more poignant.
Yeah.
I would think, John, like you're standing there and you're watching them shoot some of these scenes, especially when they're kind of at odds with each other. Kiefer's trying to please his dad a little bit, and it's like, wow, look what I'm watching, like cinematic history.
It's exactly what it was. It's exactly what it was. And almost knowing that going in. I mean, just because I'd never met Donald before we started working on this, but I knew his reputation, and it was exactly like Keifer's, which is, here's a guy that comes in ready to play. I mean, they're not phone, these kind of guys don't phone it in. They come at 100%. So I knew that those two guys coming at 100%, there was going to be something, and if we could get it, we were going to catch lightning in a bottle if it worked. And they were both nervous. They were both a little nervous about working with each other, and which of course I think any father and son would be. I think if you're building a tree house, you'd be nervous working with your dad. I would be. So I think they were both a little bit nervous. And after we got by that first scene, there was this kind of collective sigh of relief between three of us, I think, going, okay, this is going to work out. I think this is going to be kind of cool. And so they had 30 scenes together.
It's
in the movie.
amazing.
So, and it was, and what's a percentage of the character and the real people? Who knows? I mean, every actor is going to bring out whatever he has in his life to a character. They're gonna rely on something inside of them that makes that work. And so, you know, as father and son, you're going to have some of that complexity of any
course.
father and son relationship.
Yeah. So the next one that you do, you're going to just have to add Rossif to the table.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, it's a family affair already.
Yeah.
We had Rachel doing post-production, you know, and it's a family affair.
It's
which is kinda
great.
neat.
How lovely, you know.
I'm feeling
really?
like a Sutherland, I think,
No.
now.
I
I'm the
think
honorary
I
Sutherland,
was going to say, I'm sure
son,
they've
brother,
initiated,
father, whatever.
They've initiated
Yeah,
you into the
that's right.
family,
I'm
no problem.
Totally a Sutherland.
John, as if you haven't given us enough amazing television over the years, because I'm a TV addict, but Wicked City is coming out.
Wicked
In a few
City.
weeks, we're going to
I
see
know,
that.
we're
Tell me a
pretty
little bit
excited.
about that. Like, it's great. Got some great actors in there.
It's got some fantastic actors,
Wow.
and the writing is really solid, and it's a continuing story, which is great. But it's only 11 episodes,
that's
so
great.
it's limited, which
Yeah.
is really great.
But don't you think now, especially with the advent of Netflix and all that kind of stuff, like everybody's attention span is like, oh my God, do I have to invest 26 episodes?
Yeah.
I think it's great for a series to be like that.
You're not going to see those 26 episodes. I think the
Yeah.
only thing left in there is the procedurals, where, you know, the story's the same every week, so it doesn't matter how many you do, and no one's counting. But I think in these limited series, I know when we did the 24 in London, that was only 12.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember after doing the first 2, Keifer said, "God, we're almost finished," you know, which we didn't say when we were doing 24. We'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh my God, we have so long to go." So, yeah, and you can keep it's about the writing. You can
Yes.
keep the writing compact. You know, and that was, I think, always one of the problems with 24. Around episode 16, we started to, you know, until the end game came into play, there'd be those kind of soft episodes. And,
Yeah, but you know what?
you know.
24 was 24. I mean, everybody, that show was brilliant.
it's
It is
pretty
what it is,
amazing.
and there was no, you could have gone 52
Yeah.
episodes,
Well, I don't know
and
about
it would
that.
well, okay, but you still would have had your
Yeah,
fan base.
yeah,
There's no question.
yeah.
But what I'm saying now is like you, especially as a veteran TV director, it must be a dream for you to like 11, 12, 13
No,
episodes.
it's
Awesome.
better, yeah. And again, it's because of the writing. It's because the writing can be tighter. You know, you're not, put it this way, you're not filling. You know, and already these writers, you know, all these story ideas, they're already throwing half of them away
Sure.
because they're realizing, wait, we're on episode 8. We've written up to 8. We're running out of time. Like, you can't fit all that stuff in, and that's what you want.
Yeah.
You'd rather be throwing stuff out than trying to add stuff in. Going, oh my God, we got 3 episodes. What are we going to do before we get to this point in the story? So it is really great, and I think people are going to like the show. It's really interesting.
I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to it. I can't wait. It's
really fun.
already, going to be my radar for
On
my
your hit
PVR.
list.
So there you go.
Good.
Well, congratulations to you. Such a pleasure to
Thank
meet
you.
you, and
Thank you.
best of luck with this. It's so good, and it got sold in the U.S. So
I know, it's
congratulations
pretty
on that.
exciting. We're pretty excited.
Very,
about that
very
too,
exciting.
so.
Way to go, John.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.